Today is October 29th, 2023. My name is Charles Suter. Today I will be presenting what I consider to be a controversial subject, free will versus determinism. My main message, your brain is predetermined, but your mind is not. If you need another rationale for doing what you shouldn't and to overindulge in unhealthy hedonistic behaviors, here's a good justification to add to your list: fatalism or predeterminism. Fatalism and predeterminism are the belief that future events are predetermined by past events, and therefore people have no free will. If you have no free will and everything you do is already predetermined by everything that happened before, then are you still responsible for your actions? I can hear the excuse now. I couldn't help myself. All my actions are predetermined. We humans don't need another justification to indulge in our baser needs, urges, and depraved actions by citing predeterminism as an excuse, as we already have plenty of excuses already. People who believe their life is predetermined will fail to take responsibility for their own life, will likely resign themselves to their fate, and give up striving for their hopes and dreams. People who believe in determinism are destined to live a lesser fulfilling life. An argument by Robert Spepolsky in his book Determined suggests that human behavior, like those of the lower animals, are controlled by our genes, our brain's preconditioning, and our environmental conditions. To accept this thesis at face value, one would have to ignore the existence of the human mind with its higher power of conscious awareness to override the predetermined rigidity of the brain. Proposition 1. Now, even if your life is predetermined, you still have decisions to make. You can't escape the necessity of making choices throughout the day. Now, only free will allows change in your life to pursue your hopes and dreams. If you take responsibility for your life choices, you are exerting free will. Even if determinism is true, there is sufficient randomness, unpredictability, and uncertainty in life that no one can predict the future sufficiently to overcome the necessity of making decisions of what to do next. If you relegate your responsibility to your predetermined brain, living your life on autopilot, based on whatever emotion and pre-programmed self-talk dictates that you should do, you're going to end up living a lesser life, a life limited and bounded by your current brain's programming. That's both the good and the bad. But if you want to live a better life, one based on goals, aspirations, and ambitions, then you need to be a seeker of change. But how do you change if you are fixed and predetermined? The answer to change is your mind, which has the power to change everything about your life. Proposition 2. First, I'm going to admit that the brain is predetermined. It follows predetermined habits, beliefs, and routines. Genes and heredity determine the brain's predisposition to act in defined ways. And environmental stimuli will provoke the brain's fixed learning and conditioned responses. The brain's software programming is contained in its neurological networks. The brain and its body is the repository of all past conditioning, with habits, beliefs, and routines firmly ingrained in the brain's neurological networks as previously formulated by past experiences, learning, and conditioning. The brain is programmed, just like a computer, and changes only with new experiences, learning, and conditioning. The brain's functions are predetermined, like a computer, with its operating software programs stored physically as neurological networks within the brain body. So yes, the brain's function is based on its fixed software and is stable and changing and predetermined. In fact, the brain's purpose is to ensure continuity, consistency, and predictability. The brain is anti-change, but you also have a mind, a higher functioning human asset that has the power of conscious awareness, capable of change. And the power of the mind is where you get your free will. Proposition 3. The mind is a free agent and has the power to change anything. The mind's willpower can override the brain's predetermined responses. The mind's power of awareness can also reprogram the brain's software for permanent change. The mind can weigh and consider options rationally based upon gain versus pain. Your mind gives you the power to change nearly everything about your life. The mind has the power to change habits, beliefs, and routines, but only if the desire is present. Change comes from dreams and aspirations on better ways to live, giving you the motivation to want what you don't have, and also the belief that you're capable of making life changes. Again, the mind has the power to change everything in your life important to your success and happiness. The mind is the essence of free will. To create a new and better future, you just have to use your mind and its power of conscious awareness, its free will, to make rational decisions to alter your life path and create new habits, beliefs, and routines to support your ambitions. My final message: yes, your brain is pre-programmed, but your mind has free will. Here's an experiment anyone can make to prove the existence of free will and the mind's ultimate control over the brain. The next time you're emotionally upset or urged to act on an ingrained habit you want to change, pause for a few minutes. Become aware and passively observe your brain's thoughts and feelings. You will discover, as you passively observe, the intensity of an observed emotion or urge will decay and dampen over time sufficiently to allow your mind to make a rational decision, to indulge or not to indulge in your brain's predetermined software programs. This is free will in action, and it means that you are still responsible for what you do and don't do. Use your mind more often, especially when you want to change. Change away from a lesser life to one with a greater alignment with the future you want for yourself. That's all for now. Remember to stay positive. You'll be happier, healthier, and live longer.